on the assumption that, let's say, AB de Villiers had gone berserk and Virat Kohli had played out of his skin and they had put a total on the board, then you know that the required rate, 9.5, Warner gets out, someone's going to come in and up the ante immediately. Maybe one only. But there was no reason for them to have done it here.
No, there wasn't. And look, and it goes back to Kolkata last night, Cass. It's the inability to turn the strike over, to just take ones. The inability to play nice percentage cricket shots against spinners. And we're not talking, with all due respect to Shahbaz, bowled nicely, but we're not talking Rashid, we're not talking Shane Warne, we're not talking Muralidharan here on a turning track. This is not unplayable, it is just spin. And the inability to work the spin around, to rotate the strike. I thought there was some nice captaincy at times. I think he missed a trick early on, Virat Kohli, and yes, they've won the game. I think he missed a trick early on, not bowling Maxwell up front to David Warner. But once there was a wicket, the field cramped in. The field really came in. He was right and tight at cover, wasn't giving one away. So there was some nice captaincy at times. I thought, he'll look back on it and say, okay, could I have done a little bit better up front? Yes, maybe. But when we got a sniff, when we got an opportunity, we made the most of it. We made them pay. So there's got to be some credit go Bangalore's way as well, because they've learned from last night's encounter. They knew that one wicket was all they needed to maybe just turn the screws. So, pay a little bit of credit to Bangalore rather than us all lumping everything onto Hyderabad, I think. But batting first. Who's gonna be the brave one that wins the toss and bats first?
In all fairness, Gautam, in all fairness to Virat, Virat gets a share of the stick like everybody else does. No due, he held the spinners back. He held the spinner back. If there was due, the same shot maybe would have skidded on and Bairstow's hitting it out of the ground. But the fact that there's no due is held the slower bowlers back. And I count Harsha Patel as a slower bowler, not as he just bowls fast off breaks from a long run. So there's Harsha Patel and Shahbaz and Chahal. Chahal didn't quite do as much as Rahul Chahar did the other day. But Harshal Patel did well. I thought he almost committed harakiri with that full toss that went for 4.